Sir Issac Newton. Isaac Newton was born on December the 25th in 1642. He was an English mathematician, astronomer, theologian, author, and physicist. He is widely known because of the book he published, Philosophia Naturalis Principia Mathematica, in 1687, where he discussed his three laws of motion that we will be reviewing throughout this video. The first Newton law states that every object will remain at rest or in uniform motion in a straight line unless compelled to change state by the action of an external force. In other words, Newton said that an object will remain either at rest or in constant motion unless an external force is applied onto it. This law is better known as the law of inertia. The representation of our first law was the following. Before I applied the external force, meaning that I removed the index card, the coin remained at rest. However, when I applied the external force, meaning that I moved the index card, the force of friction wasn't enough to move the coin within it. Thus, the force of gravity was responsible for the coin falling into the cup when the index card wasn't there anymore. This represents Newton's first law. A real-life example of Newton's first law could be when hockey players hit a puck on ice. When they hit, the puck will eventually stop regardless of the friction the ice causes on it. Perhaps it will also stop because another player will apply another force to it, thus its motion will change. This represents Newton's first law. The second law of Newton states that the acceleration of an object is completely dependent upon two variables, the mass of the object and the net force acting upon the object. In other words, the acceleration of the object, meaning its change of speed per second, is dependent either from the force applied or the mass of the object has. Our demonstration is the following. I will throw a golf ball and a paper ball with the same force onto a row of dominoes to see whether which one of them knocks the dominoes row. As you have seen, the tennis ball knocked out the dominoes row while the paper ball didn't. This was regarding of the differentiation of mass that a tennis ball has in comparison with the paper ball. This was a demonstration of Newton's second law of motion. A real-life example of Newton's second law could be when you go shopping to a grocery store. It's easier to push an empty car rather than a car full of stuff. Newton's third law of motion states that for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. Our demonstration of the third law is the following. When I'm holding the balloon, this stays at the same place. However, whenever I remove my hand over the balloon, the air inside of it will start to flow out of the balloon. Thus, this is the action. Nevertheless, the reaction is that the balloon is pushed forward. This demonstrates Newton's third law of motion. Real-life examples of Newton's third law could be a rocket or when you are on a diving board. When you are on a diving board, you push yourself downward, which is the action, thus the board pushes you upward, which is the reaction.